Hey everyone, it's Stephanie, one-arm nurse here. I haven't been on in a while and just thought I would get on and update you on life and how things are going. I've had my ups and downs over the last several weeks to a month. I've had my good days and my bad days, but that's continually to be expected. Some of the things that I'm dealing with right now are trying to work through some anxiety. Anxiety when I'm unable to do certain things. Working as a nurse is a very physical job as well as emotional. Well, I got the emotional part down. I have no problem helping patients emotionally work through, patients and families, emotionally work through the things they're going through as their loved ones transition towards end of life and go through those mental and physical things. Like emotionally, I got that. I can take care of that. I do amazing. The hard part comes when it's the physical. So things I've done to help that is right now, instead of having my own caseload of patients, I am a float nurse. I've transitioned out of being a case manager to a hospice float nurse, which means I help other people see their patients. Instead of me having my own caseload and seeing patients and building this really strong rapport with them, I now just help other nurses. The way that is helpful is that I really, really, truly do care about the patients I take care of. I want to be there and able to do everything from start to finish with those patients because they're my patients. And when things get tough, I want to be the one that's able to do those things. So, unfortunately, with my arm here, I'm unable to do those things. Some of those things that come up are like dressing changes or catheters, different things like that that come up. Helping someone when they fall is really difficult for me. So all of those physical things that, we don't think about, and there's so many more that I'm not thinking about, all of those physical things are hard for me to do. So it would cause me a lot of anxiety when I would get a patient that would require help with that, with help with a Foley that was leaking, or help, or be able to go do a dressing that they needed done, or drain a drain that they might have. All of those things require two hands. So it was causing me a lot of anxiety and stress and sadness to not be able to do those things for my patients, because when things get rough, you should be able to take care of your own patients. And so for me, that was really difficult. So I made the difficult decision to go ahead and transition out of the case management role into the role of float nurse. So now I assist other nurses when they're really, really busy. So I will go do their routine visits that don't require me to do the things that need two hands, and they are able to concentrate on those needs, which sometimes they think is more important, because then they have the person there. Sorry, I'm really... Sorry, I have an itch and I only have one hand, so I had to itch it. Anyway, so that way that case manager can concentrate on those more difficult tasks, like putting in a catheter or doing, a dressing change or whatever, and I can do the routine visit that is more standard, where they're not having any difficulties or anything, and that case manager can concentrate on those more difficult patients. So that's what I've transitioned to. Doesn't mean I'm still not having anxiety. A few weeks ago, we do what's called backup on call, and that is if somebody calls off, then you get called in to do that. Well, I'm telling you, when that person called off and they told me I had to do it, my anxiety went through the roof. I started to cry. I was like, what am I going to do if a call comes in and someone needs a dressing change or catheter or they've fallen? I am still trying to figure out how to not let that anxiety spiral out of control. So that's a difficulty that I'm having, but I talk about it. I talk about it a lot. I bounce things off of my family. I bounce them off my friends. I reach out to people, and, I haven't quite figured out how to overcome that yet, but I'm still working towards that. I'm still continuing to be a nurse and working hard. And, so yeah, hopefully, with lots of positive thinking and bouncing ideas off of each other and coming up with a plan and things like that, that it won't be so scary. It won't be so hard. So I am definitely working on that. That was my cat back there. Sorry. But it's been hard, and I've had to reach out to resources, like I said, and family and stuff. I also, I talk to God a lot more than I used to, and I have to remind myself often that He is with me, and He is going to get me through this. He's gotten me through a lot of the hard part. A lot of the hard part was, a lot of the hard part was the losing my arm and figuring out if I could go back to work, and that I'm even still here. So He's helped me through that part. So I have to remember that He is with me and walking with me, and He is going to get me through this hard part too. So always try and remain positive. Some people have told me, to stop worrying about the things I can't control, and some days that's easier said than done. I worried myself to death that day and cried for an hour, and I was so upset and I was so worried about it, and then I didn't get any calls. So, I had myself all worked up and worried for nothing. So I need to learn to wait until the situation happens, and then we'll figure it out. And so yeah, that I'm working on it, and that's all we can do. Every day is a work in progress. Stay positive, continuing to reach out to my friends, family, support, anybody that will listen. And I can be that person for you. Also, I'm continuing to trust in God that He has a plan for me, and that one day I'm gonna know what that is. Some exciting things that are happening. So I'm working on getting a prosthetic. I know I've said that a while ago, but I had my surgery November 18th, so I'm pretty much exactly 2 months out since I have had my surgery. My stump revision, it kind of looks like this. To me, it looks a lot smaller. I don't know what you guys think, but to me it looks a lot smaller, but it looks better. That's kind of what it looks like healed. That's my scar and stuff. It looks good. It feels good. So that's another thing that God's walked with me through and got me through is I did the surgery. I healed well. I healed quickly. And now I'm able to work on getting my prosthetic. So yesterday I went to the prosthetic clinic and they did a cast of my arm. So some of you may or may not know, but basically they put a bunch of plaster around my arm, squeezed it really tight to make sure that they got a good fit and shape of my arm. That way, they can start to make the part that goes up here. And so I'll go in a couple weeks and I'll try the plastic, clear one, see how that fits. And if it fits well, then we can move on. If they need to tweak some things, they will. And then, it'll just be a trial and error. And so hopefully in about 6 to 8 weeks, I'll have my prosthetic. And, that just means I can bring it home. That does not mean I'll know how to use it, because it will be one that uses sensors with my upper arm, my upper limb here, and I'll learn how to move that and stuff and all that. So hopefully in the next couple, 2-3 months, I'll start having a prosthetic that I can show you guys, and that'll be amazing. It'll give me some independence back. I've really realized in the last couple months the things that I'm missing and the things that would make my life easier, and we talked about that, and hopefully my prosthetic will be able to do some of those things. I'm not saying it's going to be like having my arm back, but it'll bring me some independence and allow me to be able to do some things that right now are almost impossible. So I just wanted to give you guys an update and tell you that I'm staying positive. I'm having my good days. I'm having bad days. The holidays were good, spent time with family. But if you stay positive and keep working hard and working through it, that anything's possible. Things are hard. Bad things happen to good people. I'm one of those people. That's what my doctor said. Bad things happen to good people. I don't know why those bad things happen. He's like, but it's about how you deal with them. And I'm choosing to stay positive and deal with mine and work through it. And that's all you can do. It's really all you can do is just stay positive and work through it. It doesn't do any good to waller down in a hole and stay there. It's okay to do it for a short time, but not stay there permanently. So just stay positive, reach out to your resources, and if you need anything, I'm always here. You can always send me a message, hit me up on Facebook, Stephanie Murphy, One Arm Nurse on here, like and share that. You can always comment on here and I can get back with you, but I'm here for you. I will support you through whatever you are going through. This is my trauma, this is my difficult situation, but every situation is different. But I'm sure there's something I can bring to the table to help you through that. Or if you have some advice for me, don't hesitate to give it to me, because I could always use any extra support that you want to give. So, all right, guys, remember to like and share, like my page, subscribe to my page, whatever it is, One Arm Nurse. Hey guys, no. So subscribe to One Arm Nurse, like, share this, stay positive, and I will give you updates as I get them on my prosthetic. It was good to talk to you. Bye.